Honestly, I want to talk about suicide. I saw recently videos about like Inquisitor 3. That was very interesting. Like this guy got cancelled. He was a TikTok Call of Duty cosplayer that cosplayed a ghost and an Inquisitor at the same time or something, like with the ghost mask, and sometimes he had a hoodie, and that was it. And he made uplifting content. That what I found very interesting. Like this guy made uplifting content for people that struggled in life. Like his main video on the like his trailer video, I think, was like him like having the camera on the ground looking up, and he like looks down, hey buddy, what's up with you, let me help you. Yeah, like he picks the camera up, like, and then it says like everything will be fine, you can do it, like. And the story was kind of like that people like really, they really loved his content, like he had live streams where he played with his guitar and so on, and was what I heard like a really nice person. And he just tried to like make uplifting videos for his community and so on. And he had an editor at some point, a 17-year-old girl, that was the girlfriend to another Call of Duty cosplayer on TikTok. And he just like, because she edited so well, he just sometimes said sentences like "I love you" or "I'ma marry you" after she was done with the editor, because he was so happy with it. And she interpreted that as predatory behavior, and she wanted to cancel him for that. And her friend was like, "Yo, we need a bigger reason," and she reached out to him again, but he denied. And he got rid of her as an editor before. And then she reached out to another influencer and gave him the screenshots of the conversations and so on, like with the "I'ma marry you" and so on. And then he spread that rumor that Inquisitor 3 was a pedophile. And yeah, and then everyone went to ham on him. Like they sent him so many hate messages, like and all sorts of bad stuff, like really bad messages. And this guy was like, in one post to a friend, he said like he cares so much to about his community, and he's so sad that it's gotten so toxic, because all he wanted to do is to uplifting content. And his father, after everything happened, like he said like many people like said like without the videos of Inquisitor 3 they would have killed themselves or committed suicide, like they would have ended it. And the tragic thing is like Inquisitor 3 at a certain point, like he deleted his social media and so on, and because there was so much negativity, like they cursed him and everything, like they threatened, made threats about him. And then like in the end he made a live stream and he ended himself. Like it was 2023, in direction of the ending of the year, I think. It's quite recently, to be honest. And I find it so like so tragic. Um like people, like this guy had the intention to make other people's lives better, and tell them like, go on, you can do this and so on. You don't have to end it, like keep on trying, bro. It's gonna um it's gonna be okay, like he was that kind of guy. And it's it's so tragic, like that guy that was like giving other people hope had no hope in the end and ended himself. like, it's, I mean, it's like in Star Wars, like, he could save others, but not himself. And it's kind of tragic, to be honest. Like, I feel like, especially those people that really want to make a change in the world, you know, like, they're gonna get attacked at some point. They're gonna get, like, really, really attacked hard, and their name pulled through the mud. Because people that want to change the world in a positive way, they are targeted by many, many people, I feel like, at a certain point. Like, there are evil people in this world. And they gonna get you somehow. They gonna get the reason to hate you, to be honest. Like, it's so easy to get a reason to hate someone. It's not even funny, to be honest. Like, and you can get cancelled for anything today. It just has to sound good to give people a reason to cancel you. But honestly, like, especially when you are, like, a person that cares about other people, like, even if the accusation is wrong, like, it still hurts you, you know? Like, it still makes you sad. And since I activated comments, like, I need to deal with that. Because, like, when I activate comments, I'm at the danger of, like, getting cancelled myself. And I had it in the past when, like, the gaming stuff, when I was, like, attacked by many sites, like, for existing basically, and the only real mistake I made is let my decisions get influenced by my haters. Like, that was a lesson I learned. But the thing is, when you are hated by so many people, like, and if you care about them at the same time, you get so depressed. Like, you just have so much psychological pain inside. You just don't see like, how it's going on. Like, it hurts so much that you just don't want to go on anymore, to be honest. And honestly, like, one of the things is detachment, like going off social media. not going in every day. Like, social media can destroy you anyways. But yeah, honestly, like, people, when they decide to end it, like, either it's like based on their beliefs, like in the past when I, like, believed, like, certain stuff, like, you know, like, you're a soul captured in a body, something like that, and when you die you're free, and so on. Like, that's stories, kind of these kinds of belief systems, I feel like, kinda tend to encourage you to end it. Because why should I stick around here being trapped in a body where I'm not free if I'm promised to be free when my body is not there anymore, you know? It's just logical, like, what the next step is. And that's why I feel like these belief systems are kind of dangerous. Not that I have personally something against them, but I feel like when I believe them, like, I never wanted to end it, really, but I felt enticed to do it when I logically thought about it. Because it didn't make sense otherwise, like, right? Because, like, do you want to be trapped longer or shorter? If you are, like, I don't know, a god being or something, and almighty or something, and you just are trapped in a body, and that's the only thing that makes you, you know, not free. I mean, it's kind of unconsciously hinting on something. It's just, I don't feel like that belief is justified, because I don't believe we're almighty god beings, to be honest. Like, we are too flawed to be perfect or almighty, to be honest. Like, we have no saying. Like, even if we were almighty, we had no saying in being on the earth in the first place. Like, we're just placed there. Like, there's no way, like, we did it out of, like, yeah, I'm deciding now, I'm going down there. There's nearly no way, honestly. Like, we have no saying about anything in our life. Like, some call it destiny, some call it, like, the will of the creator, which I'm a part of, this group. Like, your life, in my opinion, is already, like, decided from the beginning. Like, in scripture, like, it kind of says, like, Yahuah decided the end from the beginning, which means, like, when he made the beginning, he already decided to end with it. Like, and it makes sense for me. Like, even if you, like, have, you know, physical simulations and you have the starting variables completely the same, you will always have the same outcome. And this life is like a very, very big scientific simulation, when you have it in that perspective. And if you can, like, if you are all-knowing and you know every variable and you predefine it, and you're, yeah, like, you know everything, you know exactly how it's gonna play out. Because, like, how is a human life influenced? Like, the human starts, like, he spawns in, like, with birth, and he spawns with an onset of character in tendencies to do good or evil. Then you have your environment, this is your parents, your school, blah blah blah, and out of these factors, your life will evolve. Like, how it will decide how you evolve, how your life evolves, and everything. If you know everything from the start, you will know where your life is going. It's just that we don't know because we're not all-knowing. That's why we think, I feel like it's unpredictable, but it's very predictable when you know everything, which is not the case for us. So we still can't view it that way in a practical sense. It's just to get a theoretical understanding of the nature of our lives. And even if our life is already decided, it's still worth to try to do your best. Like, it's not like, oh, my life is already decided, I don't have to try anymore. No. Because when you feel like that, then it's already decided that you already don't try anymore. And that's bad for you, to be honest. I don't want you to be pre-decided to not try and just give up, to be honest. Like, that's not worth, to be honest. People should try their best to do the right thing and try their best to do good to themselves and others, because that's what life is about. I want you guys to have a good run in this life, to be honest. And that's why I make this channel. I mean, of course, like, I'm not, like, the best gamer in the world, and I like to share my experiences. And I like to share my views to help people better understand why life is how it is. Like, I'm not all-knowing, but I searched so much in my past, like, childhood and so on, like, about the truth. And I got, like, I've become an outsider, complete outcast at some point. Like, I'm not feeling like a complete outcast, but at some point I kind of was. And I feel like I'm getting a little bit back into society via internet or something. I don't know, maybe, maybe not, whatever. But yeah, I feel like I have to share some of these things because some knowledge is very powerful to have and can really change your perspective on life in a positive way. Because in the past, like, you know, like, what am I doing here? What is my purpose here? Like, all these questions, like, people say, like, oh, don't think about it, like, don't think about what happens after death, like you're too young, blah blah blah. But it's all cope. Like we all gonna die, and we all gonna face the consequences of what is waiting for us on the other side. So it's very, very important to think about these questions, because we are only here for max 120 years. Maybe more, maybe less. Like, it's not much. And in the theory, like, we're gonna be on the other side for forever. Of course, like, people believe like it's over then, but honestly, like, for me, if it's over after you die and there's nothing, like, there's no point in thinking about anything. Like, nothing, there's no point to anything when you believe that, to be honest, to me. Like, I respect that belief, but it doesn't make sense for me, because, like, if you are just, like, I mean, if you're just, like, ceasing to exist, nothing makes sense. Like, there's no point in doing anything. Like, in a higher sense. Of course, like, to be honest, even if you have that belief, I feel like you can still, like, it doesn't really matter what you believe in the end. Like, you can still benefit from doing good, because you will feel like crap if you take advantage of others, or I mean, maybe not everyone, maybe psychopaths not, but in the end, like, people will have better lives even in this life, better quality lives, maybe not always in a physical sense, but in a spiritual sense. Or for those people that don't believe in that in psychological sense, if they only believe that the body is there, like, it doesn't matter what you believe. It's just people that lead good lives have better lives. And there will be better things after they die. Doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Like, I mean, the problem is with this discussion about afterlife, it's not really, you can't really prove it, because it's a personal thing. Like, many people have experiences, like near-death experiences, and then come back and tell everyone about it, and then people say, oh, it was your brain, blah blah blah. It doesn't matter what people believe. Like, I certainly believe that, like, there is life after death, but that's me personally. But yeah, the thing is, like, ending yourself, like, has different reasons. Can have different reasons. Like, one reason, for instance, like, people feel like an obligation to others. Like, they're talked down to, and they're talked, like, maybe they have problems with their family. Like, when are you going to, like, have a job, or I don't know, like, when are you going to have your life straight, and so on, and they feel like helpless. They don't know what to do, how to do it, and they just feel like they're just a weight on others, and just, like, being a burden, and feel like because of that the world would be better off, or the family would be better off without them. And that's one reason why people end it. And it's like, I was personally at that point where I thought, like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I feel like there's no point. But the thing is, like, when people end it, it's like, there's something gone that's very valuable. Like, every human life is very valuable, and the potential, like, of course, there are people, like, that do bad stuff, and without them existing, maybe the world would be a better place, but the potential that these people still have, like, even the people that do bad, they they were not initially sent to the world to do bad. They have the potential to do good. And every human being that is on earth, still living, has the chance to do good. And that's why life is so valuable and never should be cut short. Because every breath you take, you have another chance of doing better. Of, yeah, just making the world a better place. And that's why it's not an option. It's not a real option to end it, to be honest. It's just not. Because everyone who takes his own life denies the world the good things he could have done, you know? And every single person, doesn't matter how bad they are capable of doing good. Some people are just, I don't know, they're ignorant. They feel like they're evil. Like, it's kind of stupid to think that, to be honest. Like, because, like, if you do evil, like, you will get punished by the creator, by life in future. Like, it's so stupid. And, like, it's just born out of these false belief systems that tell you, like, that nothing will have consequences. And that you can do everything you want. And yes, it's true. You can do everything you want, except it's not possible because of limitations of your body and so on. But everything you do has consequences. Like, you have free will in your range of capabilities. You can do everything you want, but you don't want to do everything you can do. Because some things just will screw you up so hard that, like, it's not worth it, to be honest. Like, going down a dark path is always ending bad. And yeah, a second reason I feel like why people do it is, like, sometimes in life I just got bored of everything, like this, like, having to work and that gets taxed all the time by the state. Like, like, sometimes you just feel like a monetary slave, to be honest. Like, it doesn't feel like we humans are free, not even in the physical level. Because, like, there's certain things that keep you in check and extort all sorts of things from you. And then you have all these interactions with other people, like, especially if you are into discussing with others about stuff, and then, like, everyone, like, me right, me right, me right. It's so boring and it's so tiring to discuss with people about these topics sometimes, because everyone is just not about respect. It's just about making the others look bad, feel bad, whatever, and making yourself be right. Like, it's about yourself being right, not having the truth, you know? Not about what the truth is, but being right. And, like, being tired of whatever, I mean, that's just my perspective of what made me be tired of all of this world. Like, it's just tiring. People can be tired of all things, all different things, and if you're so tired, like, you just say, like, it's not even worth living, basically, and then you want to end it. Like, it's a logical step in that situation, but it's not worth, because, like, everyone is here for a reason, and especially since I feel like it's not the purpose of life to have a good job, to drive a Ferrari, to be friends with everyone. It's not the purpose. Purpose of life is to do good. Basically, in a universal sense. Like, of course you can go in detail, but there you have to have like specific belief systems. But without a specific belief system, the purpose of life, the basis, is just about doing good. And to yourself and others, and like ending yourself is not good for you. It's just not. Like, you're not doing yourself a favor. Especially, you can't fulfill your purpose. You deny yourself your sole purpose of being here by ending yourself. And you deny others the goodness you would have done to them. And your presence, like your family, will be so sad. Like, you take so much from them by ending yourself, and from yourself too. Like, you do bad to yourself and others, because they're gonna miss you, and you will never be able to speak to them again. Because you decided to end it, to give up. And that's not worth it, to be honest. It's just not worth it. It's just bad to end yourself, for yourself and others. It's just doing negative. It makes the world actually a worse place. Because one is cut short and could have done so much good in this world. It made the world a better place, to be honest. And like, it's so sad, to be honest. Like, and I feel like many things, like ending yourself, it's partly it's encouraged subconsciously by many things that are set place in our societies, like our belief systems, how we're told what life is about and so on, that it's only about money, career, success, blah blah blah, all of this. Like, it's about being the best. It's about being better, like just being the alpha or whatever, like being stupid and like whatever. It just makes you depressed if you have this belief system that is narrated in your subconscious by society in general. I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about like social media in general and parties that influence it. Yeah, I mean, other things, like of course the belief system can take a part in it. Then shame, especially shame. Like, if you've done something that makes you ashamed, or many people like feel like accuse you of something, or you've done something and everyone knows about it, you're basically exposed, like, I don't know, like either sexual stuff or something else. You get shamed, and everywhere you go people shame you for it. Like, they really like go off on lowering your self-esteem, your self-worth, like making you so low, and they go off on it. They feel it, like you can see it in their eyes, like how evil they are in their intentions, and that can break you also. Like, people that feel so much shame and like basically mobbing in general, like people that get mobbed, there's just a certain point where your psyche can't deal anymore with this, and the consequences are either you make them pay or yourself. And yeah, both sides are not that good, to be honest. Like, the one gets you in prison, the other gets you into the grave, and there should be always a way out. Like, honestly, like when I was mobbed in school by like really like stupid people, like they mobilized the whole class against me, and I couldn't even defend myself. Like, even the teachers couldn't do anything. Like, they did it also in the lessons, and I couldn't do anything against them. Like, I was physically stronger than them, everything, but they had the whole class behind them. Everyone was in on it. Every single one. And at a certain point, like, if I didn't talk to someone, like, it would have ended badly, I think. Honestly. Like, honestly, if someone has, like, these moments where you're just at the edge. Like, sometimes life will get you at the edge. And if you're strong enough, you can overcome it. But sometimes you may not be strong enough. You need someone. Like, be it the creator. Be it a good friend. Be it like an authority person that you can trust. Then often, like, when you share your situation with them, things often will get better. Because when you expose evil, it gets weaker. It's just with mobbing, for instance. If you get mobbed in school or something, and you don't ever say anything about it, like, you just take it and stay silent, it just will go on. The evil will grow, its strength will grow, they will own you at a certain point. Not really, but that's how it will feel. At a certain point, you will see no way out. But the best way to defeat evil is expose it. And to talk about it. Because when you talk about it, many things will be revealed that otherwise would stay hidden. It's just the nature of things. And yeah, just like, when someone is in this situation, like, it's better to talk to others about it that they trust than to take matters into their own hands. To be honest, like, it's almost all times, the better solution, I feel like. And to be honest, like, everything they do, like, even if they get away with it, it doesn't matter. Like, everyone should know, if people do something like that to someone, they will not get away with it. There will come the day where they will pay for what they've done. And there is no escape from this day. They're just like running out of time at some point. They're given a certain amount of time, but when this time is up, they will pay for it. And that's another reason why you shouldn't give them power. You shouldn't end it because of them. Because they're gonna pay anyway. Everything they do to you, they judge themselves with it. They make it harder for themselves. They are basically exposing themselves, punishing themselves. And they will pay a big price for it. And you're the one actually coming out on top. Because you didn't go the path they did. You're better. And that's what life is about. Like, that's why in scripture, Yahuah, the son of the New Testament, said, like, pray for your enemies. Do good to those that wrong you. Because everyone that wrongs you judges themselves. But if you wrong them, and it's wrong, then you judge yourself. There's no point. But you have to be better. You have to be better than the evil people in this world. And if you want to be better, you have to try to do good to yourself and others. And you yourself, you need love. You need, like, acceptance. And how are you gonna accept yourself if you end yourself? That's a very mean thing to do. You don't have the right to end yourself. It's not your life. It's the life that was given to you, but it doesn't belong to you. It's not yours. It's not yours to take. Your life will end when it's gonna end. But it's not your decision. Like, you didn't decide when you come to Earth. You won't decide when you go from Earth. That's not your choice to make. And that's what you should keep in mind. And the next thing, like, many people, like, end themselves, like, in general, when they're in a hard place. And they don't know how to go on, like, they don't know any way out. And then these voices come into your head, like, honestly, I had many, like, nearly every day, I think about this topic, like, ending one's life and so on. I think very deeply about it, and I often, like, when I have hard times, like, there always come these voices that say, like, end it, or something, or these thoughts that just about ending yourself. And maybe not everyone has this, I don't know. But I'm very sensitive, like, to spiritual stuff, and I feel like often, I don't know, either it's automatic responses from my my spirit body, my body, or it's from outside, induced thoughts. But honestly, like, every time, like, you're in a hard place, in a rough place, you will have these tendencies, these thoughts. I mean, not always, but the worse it gets for you, the higher the probability to have these urges, these inputs, these thoughts, these things to stir you in the direction of ending it. But the thing is, like, what I feel like is very helping in these cases, when you feel like, I'm done, I don't know any way out, I'm just at the end, you know? Like, it's just accepting. It's accepting that you're in a hard place, in a rough place. It's accepting that you feel helpless and you don't know what to do. Just accept it. Accept that you feel helpless and nothing works for you. And that you, with how your personality works, with your strengths and weaknesses, you can't right now solve it. Accept it. Deep inside your being, just accept that you can't deal with it. That you can't handle it. Just accept it. And honestly, depending on what you believe, I mean, for me, I believe in the Creator, and if I can't deal with something, I give it to Him, and He helps me. It's of course harder for other people that don't believe in this, the Creator, because, yeah, I mean, you're pretty much alone, right? But still, like, there is someone, there is something that will help you, honestly, even if you don't believe in a Creator. If you're really honest and really, like, if your heart's in the right place, like, He will help you, even if you don't believe in Him. Like, it doesn't matter. What you believe doesn't matter, to be honest. Does not matter at all. Like, the things are still the same for you and for me. Beliefs don't change reality. They just don't. And yeah, honestly, like, when you accept that, yeah, maybe you're struggling and everyone else seems fine, you know, like, getting along, like, you can't get going in life or something, and others, like, cruising, like, baby easy mode. That's also a thing that can make someone depressed, to be honest. But, like, you have to, like, acknowledge that you are not them and they are not you. And if they were like you, and if they were in the situation like you and like you, they would also struggle. It's just because they are meant to live other lives. They don't struggle with the things you struggle. But in the end, like, there's a reason for you to struggle. There's a reason for you to have the life you have. And it has a purpose. No life has no purpose. Because if your life didn't have purpose, you wouldn't be here. It's just how it is. Like, if your life doesn't have purpose, you're not existing. But as long as you're existing, your life has a purpose. Because everything in this world has a purpose. Every struggle you go through has a purpose. And if you can survive the struggle, it will make you stronger. But if you can survive it, it will crush you, it will kill you in the end. But as long as you are still breathing, like, you're not done. You're still in it. You still have what it takes to overcome everything that comes your way. Because there's nothing in life here by accident. Like, everything you have in your life is here for a reason. And you just at some point we need to figure out how to deal with these things and how to view those things. Because some people of us, like, we need to deal with stuff other people have it very easy with. And that's okay. Like, everyone has different struggles. But only if we go through them, we can fulfill our ultimate purpose. And to be honest, there's no escape. Like, many people, when they end it, they feel like they're escaping something. But it's not really an escape. You can't escape your life. You just can't. And at some point you need to just accept that you can't deal with it. Accept that you're done. And just go on. And trust me, when you accept all these things, that you struggle, that blah blah blah, you will feel inner peace. Okay? You just have to accept that you can't go on. You have to accept that you're done. Just accept yourself as you are. And then you don't have to end yourself anymore. You just don't. Because ending yourself is always like... I feel like ending yourself has always some connection to denying yourself, you know? Denying yourself feel that pain. If you get hated by, like, the internet or something, then you feel that hatred, but you say, no, I don't want to feel this anymore, you know? You distance yourself from yourself. But if you accept yourself, if you accept that you're hurt, if you accept that you're sad, if you accept that you're vulnerable, if you accept, I don't know, that you're not, like, that successful, whatever, you will feel better. Trust me. Because accepting yourself how you are, accepting reality as it is the first way to getting better. Like, the truth sets you free, you know? It's not just a scripture verse. It's true. Truth is true. Whatever. Um, honestly, if you really accept yourself, who you are, and let yourself feel what you feel, there's no way you're gonna end yourself, because you know it's not gonna help. You know it's not a good thing to do that to yourself, because you deserve to live. You deserve goodness. And taking your own life is not good. And you need to just sort it out. Oh. Yeah. Just accept where you are and that it's rough for you. And it's okay to have it rough. Life is not easy. And if you accept this, you don't have, like, there's no reason to end it, because it's part of life. And it doesn't change who you are or what your purpose is in this life. And just go on, keep going, keep fighting. Because in the end it will be worth it, trust me. If you push through all these negative things and all these things that hold you back, it will be worth it in the end. And honestly, this world wants you to end yourself. Because the thing is, like, in my perspective, there are evil things influencing this world, and a big part of the world wants you to not be here, because it wants the world to be only negative, and the less people are in the world, the less goodness can be in the world, you know. And every person that ends himself, herself, is positive for these negative influences. Because the world's darker with every person that ends his or her life. That's why you shouldn't do it. Because, yeah, it's not your purpose. Your purpose is to do good. And how can you do good when you're dead? Honestly, it doesn't make sense. It's just good for your enemies, those that hate you. They want to kill you. Maybe. Want to end you. But you, if you do that favor to them, they have won. And the only way to not make them win is go on. Keep on fighting. It doesn't matter what you go through. It doesn't matter. Just go on. And yeah, it's very sad that this Inquisitor took his life, honestly. Because, like, I feel like it can happen to everyone, and especially people that try to do good in the world. They will have a harsh time, because the world doesn't like that. The world wants you to have a miserable life, to do bad to others, and just being everyone miserable, honestly. Making drama, making everything, like, all that crap. And yeah, it's very sad. I hope Inquisitor could, like, before he ended, like, make peace with the Creator. And just, like, could come clean with everything. because that's one of the most important things, I feel like, to really come clean before you end it. Before your life ends. Honestly, I don't know how ending yourself like influences everything, but it's bad. It's not a good thing. And then no one should do that, to be honest. It's not the thing that is worth to do for anyone, and it's so rewarding if you have these moments and you push through, especially when you have no help around, no one to talk to. It's just so rewarding to go through these times and go on the other side and you see you have survived. And yeah, honestly, like, I feel like maybe at one point I get cancelled by some people, but honestly, that's the part of my journey, I guess. And I'm talking too long already, to be honest. But yeah, wish you all guys all the best and all good be with you and have a nice day.